What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Picks and Bets, brought to you by Prize Picks. If you haven't signed up or you're ready making bad life choices, sign up using the promo code MLB. That's Mayo Media Network, Major League Baseball. In acronym form, get a nice little 100% deposit bonus up to $100. It's free money. All you got to do, play through it, and we're giving you out the picks. We only got one more week left of this, ending a little bit before the end of baseball season. So this is the last time you have to deal with my beautiful face. But while you're at it, go ahead and like and subscribe over on the Mayo Media Network YouTube channel, and you can get good stuff for football that I know is coming out. So go ahead and do that. But we got a nice little 9-game slate here. It's time to dive right on in. I'm Turd Ferguson, by the way. Work over at Roto Grinders and Scores and Odds. More of that later. But let's get started here with our prize picks. First one, we got Schwarber over 8 points. Schwarber is in a fantastic spot going up against Gant. Gant is one of the worst pitchers in the league. Schwarber has the platoon split. Gant is sitting at near a 6 xFIP on the season. Strikes out very few guys, walks a lot of guys, gives up hard contact. Schwarber in a perfect spot, playing over in Fenway. Highest total on the board for the Red Sox, sitting at 6.4. Absolute smash spot for him. Numbers far too low. 8, hammer the over. Next up, Chris Bryant over 6.5. Again, far too low of a number here. Just not even remotely close to what it should be. He's going up against Carrasco. Carrasco may have been good in the past, may have been decent his last outing, but still not a great pitcher right now. Has not been great this season. Still coming back into things. We're probably going to have a bullpen game a little bit later on. He generally isn't going to go over 5 innings. He hasn't done that, I don't think, so far this season. Hasn't gone over 80 pitches, so only a few innings out of him and then some bullpen arms, but Chris Bryant, fantastic bat, 6.5, far too low below the number. Hammer the over there. All right, next up, we got DraftKings stuff here. Let's give a start off with pitchers. First one, a little surprising. I'm going with Chris Sale as the top pitcher on the slate. Yes, Max Scherzer is on the slate. He does have a matchup versus the Padres. Sale, we don't know how late he's going to go to the game. 89 pitches in his first outing. Kept him in there, I'm pretty sure, just to win. Last one, I think he went 78. Again, that could have been because they were ahead, trying to save them, knew they were going to win, going up against Texas. Easy spot there. This one, a little bit tougher spot, going up against the Twins. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a little closer here. Playing over in Fenway. Sale has been absolutely fantastic, sitting at 32% K rate, 2.3 xFIP. Walking absolutely no one, sitting at 2.5% walk rate on the season. The exact Chris Sale we saw before he got injured here. Going up against the Twins, lots of strikeouts all the way up and down this lineup. Just hammering Chris Sale. If you want to go Scherzer, that's fine. I prefer Sale. I think he's going to come in lower owned. Next, the absolute best pitcher on this slate is Yusei Kikuchi when you're incorporating price. He's sitting there at 7.3K, far too low for a guy that can strike out a boatload of guys. Generally better against lefties, and I know the Royals are pretty righty heavy here. Probably only going to have Benintendi and Nicky Lopez batting their lefties, but I don't care. This is still a very high strikeout lineup, playing in a pretty good pitcher's ballpark. Going to be 60 degrees out there, but mostly it's a matchup going up against high strikeout righties and lefties. Just a good overall spot, and that price tag is far too low, especially considering that he could potentially go 100 pitches if he's pitching well. They'll give him a leash. They're still technically in the playoff hunt. I hope they make the playoffs. Fingers crossed. Mariners fan. Sucks to be me. But in any case, those 2 top pitchers on the slate for me over on DraftKings. Next up, we got Stacks, and this one, getting the easy one out of the way. The Red Sox going up against the Twins. Gant, as I said, terrible, sitting around a 6 xFIP, walking a ton of guys, not striking out many guys. Been bad. Doesn't give up a ton of fly balls, but a decent amount of hard contact. Just a bad overall pitcher. 83 degrees in Fenway, one of the best hitting parts of the league. Red Sox, one of the best hitting lineups in the league. We got Schwarber, too cheap, 4.8K with the platoon split going up against a bad pitcher. We got Verdugo, 3,500, too cheap, platoon split going up against righty. Devers, expensive, but absolutely worth it. Dude's good. Platoon split going up against the worst pitcher on the slate. Lastly, Bogarts, 5.8K, no platoon split, but very good. Batting in the heart of that lineup. Going to crush here. 5.8K, still too cheap of a price tag for him in this spot. Hammer in those Red Sox bats. Absolutely fantastic place today. Next up, a little bit more off the board stack. And I know I talked about this not being a great hitter's ballpark, but I don't care. The price is right for these guys. We got Jake Fraley, who's been crushing righties all season long, going up against Keller. Keller's been a little bit better recently, and I am playing some of him on this spot because he's been able to strike out a lot of guys. But still can get beat up pretty often, has been beat up multiple times. Fraley, too cheap at 3K, considering the numbers he's had on this season. Next up, Seager, 4.1K. One of the better hitters in the league. People don't realize that. Near the top of the league in terms of barrels, 4.1K. Platoon split going up against Keller. Absolutely fantastic spot here. Too cheap of a price tag. Next up, we got Mitch Haniger, 4,400. Again, one of the better hitters in the league. Gets a ton of power going up against Keller. 4.8 implied team total for the Mariners here. So love all those guys. And if you need a cheapie to throw in there to round out your stack, Jared Kelenic, 2.3K. Again, has not performed too well in the majors. I really don't care. This price tag is very cheap. He has the platoon split going up against the lackluster pitcher. All right, next up, we got individual bats. A lot of guys I've already mentioned. Kyle Seager, again, far too cheap at 3.1K. Probably my favorite third base pick on the entire slate. We got Schwarber. Already told you the reason why. Going up against probably the worst pitcher on the entire slate. Just hammer him in there. Far too cheap, and that high-powered lineup has a whole lot of pop. Hit a home run tonight. Again, I'm recording this the night before. So absolutely fantastic spot. Next up, Jose Ramirez going up against Lyles. Gives up power to both sides of the plate, and Jose Ramirez is one of the best hitters in the league. Going to be 83 degrees over in Cleveland. Absolutely fantastic spot for an absolutely fantastic pitcher. Plus, going up against that Texas bullpen afterwards. Ramirez easily should hit a bomb here. One of the best plays on the slate. Last up, Devers. No, I'm giving you a lot of third base plays, but that's why I like playing over on FanDuel. Also makes it pretty easy. Or any other site, if you can get a utility spot, pretty easy. But sorry, I love third baseman today. Devers, absolutely fantastic play. I already mentioned all the reasons why. Just hammer him in there. If you want other good plays, Bogarts, you can just go swap off a little bit, get a third base spot. If you want another one for Cleveland, Franmil's basically the same spot. I like third baseman, but outfielders, Bogarts, shortstop, go ahead and throw them in. Last up, we got our bets here. First one, Yankees going up against the A's. I like the Yankees at -108. Guessing this line's probably going to get to -120 in the morning. So go ahead, hammer it. But Yankees, I think they're the better team. Tyon, I think he's a better pitcher. Yankees, better bullpen. Overall, this is just a better spot for the Yankees. Need to win, been on an absolute roll, been crushing recently. I know they're playing over in Oakland, definitely a plus to the A's, but they're just far too hot right now. Absolutely fantastic spot for the Yankees. I like them at -109 when I think it should be a much bigger line. Next up, Dodgers going up against the Padres. Yu Darvish, fine. Dodgers sitting at -144. Scherzer, definitely a better pitcher than Darvish. Lineup better for the Dodgers than the Padres. Add in the Dodgers have been on a real heater lately. Better bullpen. Just Dodgers are the better play. -144. Too low of a line. I'm guessing it's going to be at -160 in the morning. But all right, guys, that's pretty much it. It's been a fun season. Thanks for watching along. Again, if you want more stuff from me, go ahead and check out Roto Grinders. I'm on there on Grinders Live, giving you articles, consensus value rankings, all sorts of stuff like that all the time. So go check it out. Best spot for daily fantasy sports in the entire internet. I haven't searched it all, but I'm just assuming based off of what I've seen. Also over at Scores and Odds, giving you out pitcher props almost every single day, sitting at plus 59 units on this season. I haven't had a good 2 days, but overall been absolutely crushing. The last 2 weeks have still been very good. Real up and down, but absolutely smashing. We got golf picks, STL cards, been crushing lately. Both him and Noto picked Finau to win last week. STL cards up over 100 units on golf so far this year. Picked multiple outright winners. So if you're a golf guy, you're watching this before the tournament, I believe starts tomorrow morning. Go ahead, check that out, get signed up. Absolutely fantastic site. Scores and Odds, Roto Grinders. But guys, it's been fun. Again, last one I've got. It's ending last show, August 31st. But I hope you enjoyed the segment. Let me know in the comment section what you've enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy. Maybe we'll be back next year. Maybe I'll be back next year. I'm sure this will. But guys, it's been fun. I'm out of here. See you, kids.